right? Blackshot has been accepted by the community in Steam to be put onto Steam. As you can see, it's been greenlit. I mean, yippee, I suppose. It's going to be okay. The worrying thing is that it's just going to get a huge influx of people who are not really going to know what they're doing, and they're going to get very frustrated with the game, and they're probably just very unlikely to really play the game for so long, purely because there's a lot more experienced players in the game than there are like noobs. So they'll come into the game and people have all the cash items and they'll be destroying these guys, and they won't know what's wrong because, you know, they may come from something like Counter-Strike, and, you know, Counter-Strike doesn't have any pay to win in it at all, and they may sit there and say to themselves, how's this guy 3-4 hit killing me and I'm hitting him loads, or I'm firing a lot at him but I'm missing a lot of shots, or whatever it may be. And he won't understand because they don't have pay to win in that sort of game. And in Blackshot they do have pay to win. You can mask a lot of your noobness, I suppose. You can mask a lot of it with, you know, good cash items or OP cash items, really. So, you know, the good side of it is the fact that it will bring a new influx of players. Also, it should hopefully, they should add Steam wallet payments into Blackshot, which will be nice for anybody who struggles to pay to get Blackshot cash inside Blackshot because of their region. They should be able to use Steam and pay it through the Steam wallet, which is a lot easier. You can usually buy Steam gift cards all over the place. Maybe they'll introduce some Steam launch pack or something that we can buy on Steam. That'll have a load of stuff in, maybe some cool weapons and stuff like that, or at least some good weapons and things that they'll have in a pack. We never know. Hopefully it'll bring in more cash to the game, because then, you know, more cash means they'll be like, yay, we're getting more money, we want to make more content to get more money. Hopefully that'll happen. But of course, as usual, we come to the worrying side. And the first worrying side is the fact that it's really, really not competitive with almost anything else on Steam. If I wasn't so invested in Blackshot and I looked at Blackshot over other titles, for example, there is First Assault that's coming onto Steam soon. There's also Blacklight Retribution. There's obviously Counter-Strike Go. Team Fortress 2, which is slightly different. I know it's not a pure first-person shooter, but, you know, it's similar. If I look at those other titles, what would make me want to play Blackshot right now? For a person who's never played the game before, what would actually make me want to play? I look at the graphics, and they are dated, and they're ugly compared to the others. I look at the gameplay, and the gameplay looks reasonably fun. It looks okay. But then I look at the community and how the community react to the game quite regularly. If I look at reviews, or if I go and look at pages or whatever, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people talking about hackers, a lot of people talking about pay to win and things like this. Now, I'm not saying that there is never a hacker inside any other first-person shooter, but I gotta tell you, it's so much easier to do it in Blackshot than it is in any other game. I've never seen such regular, frequent hack updates. The only other game that has probably some problems that are similar to it is Counter-Strike. And that, from what I remember, they have very robust systems now to deal with that. And we have a system in Blackshot which is spend the time to create a video, upload it to YouTube, send us the evidence, we will watch the video, then we will decide as a GM team whether they should be banned, and then we will ban them. Now, inside Counter-Strike, from what I remember, you can report somebody instantly inside the game, and their game will be looked at. You can also, there's also a system where you can watch replays that the community have reported as being hacked, and you can vote for it, and then if it's voted favourably as being a hack, in most cases I think they get banned. Now, I do know that people are going to say that can be abused. If somebody's hated, then they can, everyone can look at their video and go, we're going to pretend they cheated and get them banned. But I'm sure there's got to be some sort of buffer between that and the actual admin slash GM people actually doing something before they get banned. But it's really going to be tough to compete. What are you going to do, Blackshot? What are you actually going to do to compete with these other titles? That is the big question. Are you going to get rid of the pay to win aspect in the game? I doubt it. Are you going to get rid of the old school fucking 2005 style of renting items? Who rents items inside of first person shooters anymore? And if you do rent them, they're usually for a reasonable price. But renting guns now, it's just ridiculous to rent a fucking gun. Like, pay so much money. What's the point? So, we'll see. Will it give Blackshot the kick up the arse that it needs to get itself into the modern free-to-play sort of structure where it's cosmetic items or free-to-play, skinned items or, cosmetic items or payment, skinned items or payment, like skinned versions of guns and stuff like this, but they offer no performance improvement? Are they actually going to get themselves up into that level? I don't think so, to be honest with you, because they're stuck in their old ways now. They're stuck in their old ways of just being like, we know that people will pay for these because they have better stats than this other stuff. If people can get something better, then they will get something better. And it's quite obvious, because the best premium character inside the game now is Rain. And what does everybody use? They all use Rain. So, the best, well, I mean, arguably the best rifle in the game is the Scott Oram. And what does everybody use? If they can, they use the Scott Oram. So, how are you going to fix this? Nobody knows. But the way that your system is so greedy towards paying upwards of almost €20 per month, by the way, just to be competitive with other players who are paying that much amount of money. And if you're a BP player, you can get a middle finger and just, enjoy. Because that's all you're getting. You're getting middle fingered by the cash players all the time. If I'm shooting a BP player, I know I'm shooting a BP player because they're dying and they're getting mediocre scores or they're getting negative scores in almost all cases. Because they're getting owned by cash players all the time. And I'm a cash player, so strange for me to complain because I'm the one who's got the advantage, but I would prefer it to be equal playing field, to be honest with you. If I have more of a challenge, it's good for me. Then of course you have the stupid abuse of macros, which I don't think actually really happens that much in other titles because I think they have better systems to stop this sort of stuff from happening. But again, in Blackshot, because it's just so dated, they have nothing to stop this sort of stuff. And people abuse it very, very easily. Will it be a success? I mean, we will see. We will see. I don't want to just hate on it. As much as I do flame a lot about things inside Blackshot, I don't want to hate on it straight away. Because it's fair for us to give it a chance. I hated on Isabel. She came out, I got her. And I don't even use her because I don't feel like she's not doing anything that I need. She's taken away a grenade from me, she's given me extended magazines, but I like to have 2 grenades, so what's the point? She doesn't have weird hitboxes. I found that I can kill her pretty much just the same as I can kill anybody else. I get killed at the same rate when I use her. So that's good. They did some good work with that before they released that. But the big question is, are they going to do one of 2 things? Are they going to release the Steam patch, or whatever they're going to call it? Are they going to have a Steam launch? And they're going to change a lot of stuff that's going to make the game a lot fairer? Or are they going to release the Steam launch, and with that they're going to actually introduce / showcase some of the strongest guns in the game for cash to try and encourage the new players who come into the game to buy these cool looking strong guns that do really well inside matches? And are they just going to hope that people's Steam wallets are well filled to actually just pay to win their ways? We don't know. The fact that they give you one-day premium guns every once in a while doesn't make up for the fact that people who have these guns every day and have other things every day do much better. All they are saying to you is, look at this awesome gun that you've got for this one day. What would it be like if you had that for 30 days? Just give us some money and you can have it. That's all that they're really doing. You can perceive it as being a kind gift to help people who are on BP for one day. But really, all that it is a marketing ploy. It is a sampler. It is like when you go into a supermarket and someone goes, here's a little tiny sample of cheesecake that we're going to be selling soon in the shop. Isn't this cheesecake really nice? If you like cheesecake, of course. Isn't this cheesecake really nice? Oh, by the way, you can buy the whole cheesecake for X amount of money. That's all that they're doing, really. So don't be fooled. They try to make it seem like they're being very nice by giving you a little item, a BP bonus boost, a little bit of BP, or... and yes, for people who pay purely BP and they will never be able to cash, that's nice. I respect that. But for people who have the opportunity to cash but they choose not to, because of the way the game is, they just give you these little nuggets just to say, look how good it is when you do use this item. So that is it. It's all marketing for their wallets. We will see how it goes. Thanks for watching the video. As usual, I'll send it in as feedback. I really hope that the Steam launch is successful, but we will see. Now, bear in mind, as it says on the top of the page, just in case you didn't see before, Valve have to contact Vertigo and communicate with Vertigo and deal with the launch. I would expect this launch to be, maybe they will try to launch it with the new year, just because they'll want to release the new year update with all of the AK snow and all of the new year sort of stuff that comes with that. Maybe they'll try and release it then, or maybe they'll wait until January, February time and they'll try and make another big content patch and then they'll release it. They're definitely going to release it with some form of content patch, of course, because they're not just going to release it and go, hey, come and play. They'll want to release it with some content patch. Will it be some old stuff that we've had before? I don't know. Or will it be some new content that we've not actually had ourselves before? Because a lot of this stuff that they bring in the game now is just, oh, by the way, remember that gun that was really OP last year, the AWP Candy? Well, you can get it again. Cha-ching, cha-ching. So, yeah. That is my thoughts. I will make another video as soon as I get any more information. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you again soon.